Alright, so to end my turn, I cast a million one drops and draw my entire deck. They're all exerted, but it doesn't matter because you can't challenge, and you have grab your sword, and I concede, and GG go next. Before hopping into the rest of the video, it would mean a lot to me if you hit like and subscribe and leave a comment down below uh just about anything about this deck. This deck is, oh boy. Okay, back to past me. If you're one of those insane people out there who I will only call Pride Rock aficionados, you will have encountered that situation so many times, but in fact, you will have encountered that situation very few times because Pride Rock aggro is jank and you need to accept it in your heart. Pride Rock aggro isn't one of those decks you play if you want to win. No, Pride Rock aggro is about sending a freaking message, okay? And that message is I will concede if you have grabbed your swords. But with my version of Pride Rock aggro, which I totally did not change up during the recording of this video, we can do this combo more often and force our opponents to ask the question of, do I just lose because I don't have grab your swords in hand? And if their answer is yes, I guess in that scenario, then you win because you just have a million characters out and it's just they can't do anything. They can never do anything. But you know, the issues. Issue number one, playing Pride Lands is the most obvious telegraph in the world. With Simba out on the battlefield and Stitch, it's like, okay, so I need to kill that thing as fast as possible or I just lose. And then issue number two, we only have the 4 Stitch rock stars in this deck. Try as you might, there is not really a better way to kind of work around this issue. I have put in as much sort of card draw characters as you can in this color combo, but there's not a lot. We've got Fix It Felix Jr. that lets you draw a card if there's a location in play. So if you're popping off, he can get you another card out in play. And we have Rapunzel gifted with healing, which can potentially draw you up to 4 cards if you play her with Stitch out, but normally she's just going to be drawing you free and also is a card draw engine to let you find your cards more consistently. But yeah, like there's so many problems with this deck. Now, I will mention why I've moved away from the steel version of this deck. While Pete Games Referee and Doc are very powerful cards in the deck, the problem once again is that you can't consistently find the combo. So, with this version, we actually do have like, okay, a consistent way of finding the combo. You only really need to find the Stitch Rockstar now because we've got Cinderella, Ballroom Sensation with Singer Free, to sing The Islands I Pulled from the Sea. Search your deck for a location card, reveal that card to all players, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So there's now a consistent way to find at least the first part of this combo. There's just not really a consistent way to find the second part of Stitch. But that ultimately doesn't matter because this is just a meme tier deck. Like your matchup spread is just yes, they either let you get your combo off or you just lose. Because once again, Pride Lands is the most telegraphed thing imaginable. You often only get the one turn with it before it just gets annihilated off the board, and you don't really have an easy way of getting a second one. And just like it's not, you're not gonna be winning many games with this deck. Like, don't bring this to your set championships expecting a good chance, you know? This is for sure a deck you proxy the expensive cards for, and then you play it like 3 times before never touching it again. And honestly, that's a good spot to leave this off on. Just the last thing is we've got Sugar Rush Speedway in here so that you can sort of get Simba into your Pride Lands faster, or alternatively, if you are really popping off, you can move all of your characters into Pride Lands with Sugar Rush Speedway, as well as giving more consistency to Fix It Felix Jr. But, like, that's it. You just don't have alternative modes of play. Finally, cards to consider running in this deck are like Chernabog, because he can let you shuffle back in all the characters in your discard, so you can go for round two if you get really lucky. Uh, whatchamacallit, you can consider Lilo Escape Artist or Lilo Making a Wish. In fact, let me just she is better than the Wendy Darling because you can play her from the discard, but consider Lilo Escape Artist. And then finally, Zero to Hero, so that if you do have your Stitch in play, or sorry, if you do have Stitch in your hand and a lot of other characters in your hand with the Pride Rock, you can get him out faster, but I haven't included it because that seems even more jank. So yeah, this is the deck. This is it. This is a 60 card pile that just it does what it wants to do. This deck sends a message, you know? And Godspeed if you are one of those people who wants to send that message. I am not. I have a 0% win rate with this deck. I am wholly uninterested in this deck beyond this point until set 7. And that's where I'm going to leave it off. I wish you a wonderful rest of your whatever time it is for you. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye!